the reports and you've seen them. So if you want to have any questions or anything you want us to clarify or respond to, feel free to ask either of us any questions.
I was just puzzled by, it seems to me like all kinds of people have moved up here. And when I look through the enrollment and distance learning requests, they've really gone down, and not insignificantly in a lot of schools. So I need somebody to explain that little mystery to me, because it made no sense.
It is true. Enrollment is down across our supervisory union within our schools, even despite all of the move-ins. So Sue, I'm sure if you're there listening, you probably want to jump in from the financial side of this, but we were already expecting a decline. People that moved out, people that moved in, other people also moved out. We do have an increase in home study applications across the state. I believe the most recent number I heard is that there's 100% increase in home study applications. We had offered a distance learning option for our families in order to hopefully keep folks within our system without going to home study. The home study office is roughly 4 to 6 weeks behind even processing the documentation. So there's a lot of moving parts there. There's still many homes that are still under contract and haven't closed yet. We don't admit students there. And as you can see, we do, for Mettawee in particular, you had 27% of your students choosing the distance learning option. You also have home study students on top of that. So those are some of the factors from my spot. I don't know, Sue, if you want to add anything before anybody else.
This table, like the 151 to 133 in Mettawee, that's the total enrollment includes people that are distance learning.
It does, yes.
But it does not include homeschooling.
That home study, correct.
Okay.
And how many, like in Mettawee, how many are homeschooling in the Mettawee district?
I don't have that number right here.
Do you have a rough idea?
I don't. I can look it up, but I don't have it right here.
Is it 2 or is it 10 or is it, I don't know. Okay.
I'm happy to send it to you, but I don't want to misspeak tonight.
Yeah, I think just speaking from the real estate point of view, I think there's going to be an uptick in enrollment. I mean, right now with COVID, everything's kind of wonky, but I think there's a little bit of a lag time. I think there really are a lot of families moving in full time, even just I've seen personally. But, I think some of it with COVID, they're either homeschooling or maybe remaining at their other school just during the transition remotely or whatever. But there's definitely, some influx of young families coming into Rupert and Paulet, or especially Paulet. So I do think you're going to see some new students.
Were you going to say something?
No, Randy covered it. I think I was just going to say about the home study that I don't think we're going to know that real number for a little while. I think it's going to take a little while for that to play out. So even what we have now is not going to probably be the final number. But I think you're totally right, Scott, that this will play out and we will know better. Maybe not the end of this year, but perhaps next year. What true enrollment's going to be after all is said and done.
Yeah, there's a lot of second homes turning into primary homes and a lot of people moving up and. Yeah.
The last update I looked at, Scott, system-wide was about approximately 60 students applying for home study.
Wow.
But I haven't looked at the most recent one this year. That's more than it's been.
And what was it in the past, like half that or something? Or
that I don't know.
I think even less than half that.
I
mean, Celeste would know the true number, but I don't recall us having that many home study kids.
Yeah. So that might be throwing the numbers off a bit. Because, if you added in,
absolutely,
40 more students, that's a lot percentage-wise. So